Following government's announcement that it has initiated steps to dissolve the Ghana Football Association on the back of damning revelations by Anas Aremeyaw Anas in his latest piece, football fans, experts and connoisseurs of the game have been reacting. Many of the football fans say the dissolution of the FA is what is required at this time of Ghana's history for a complete overhaul to take place. Komladom caught up with some of them late last night at the Accra International Conference Center, where the investigative piece number 12 was shown for a second day.
Okay, so the decision has come. Government has issued a directive for the dissolution of the Ghana Football Association amidst a number of other wide-ranging reforms that are expected at the Ghana Football Association following the Anas Aremeyaw expose. I'll be speaking to a few football fans what this decision means to them and what the consequences could be for us as a football nation, and what happens to the Ghana Premier League and all the other domestic leagues that are currently ongoing, and then the recently acquired sponsorship deal. Is it a welcome decision?
Yes, at this trying time, I don't think there can be any good news for Ghanaians than this.
Okay.
The consequences may be probably FIFA banning us, but I think that's the best decision going forward, because it would be good if we dissolve GFA, plan as a nation, and move forward.
Okay.
Considering we're going to Brazil, sending $3 million, and we don't have anything at this time to even prove for it.
Okay.
We can count way back from 2005 when we started paying bonuses, $10,000, $5,000. What do we have to show for it as of today? Nothing.
Okay.
Our clinics, our hospitals, our villages are suffering.
Okay,
so the best decision for this country as of now is to dissolve GFA.
Okay.
Consequences, FIFA banning us. Countries gone through that. Nigeria is a typical example.
Okay. You agree with him?
Oh,
welcome decision?
100%.
Okay.
See, Nigeria, them ban them. Now Nigeria be football nation where everybody they watch them for World Cup. We did here, not today, then GFA, or then they play with one of mine. Then we go Brazil. See how you go fi host an African Cup. See the money they spend on African Cup of Nations. Then see the money a day top. Then just imagine how Ghanaians will suffer. Maybe we'll go the villages and go watch Ghanaians, how they suffer, then how the nations poor with because of football. Okay. See, the love for football, no be watch the number of people waiting there. It be the love of football, that's why we come there. The GFA then dissolve and maybe all that. Nothing they change up. If them band us, we like her like that. 10 years after we go.
What happens now to our local league and the sponsorship that we recently acquired from Xylophone Media? Won't it affect all of these games?
Xylophone should go back to the contract.
Okay.
I don't believe Nyantechi now. There was a part in the contract which says some monies will be given to beneficiaries of those who bought the contract. The contract should be looked into. The GFA has been dissolved. Government should restructure. Let's go back to the contract. It's as simple as that.
You've heard from him. They want us to relook at that contract. But more importantly, what happens to the football people, the Kwesi Nyantechi of this world, all the individuals in that establishment who now we know some of them are going to be facing interdiction from this Anas investigations? Going forward, what should be the conduct of future association administrators?
Going forward, I think government should have a say in GFA or any federation in the world. We think if looking back during the regime of Flight Lieutenant Jerry John Rawlings, where we have government appointing 3-member persons for the various committees to vote for, I think the autonomy for the GFA president was not so until the recent time that Nyantechi took over, that they make it autonomous, that you can go to a number of terms without any interference from the government. That is simply bad. So if government can have, since government is spending money in the association, government should have a stake. Government should have someone who will serve on board of GFA and have direct impact on it.
As a football fan, how bruised is your football support or participation following all of this that's been happening?
It's so sad because I'm a Stans Kumasi Asantiko supporter. And I quite remember last year when I was at Babayara Stadium that referee Suka took that dubious penalty. All of us, without any show of that, we think that was something behind the closed door. Our fears have been laid bare that referee Suka and other people have been taking bribe. We have to suffer the consequences going forward, and I think all football fans within Ghana should rally behind government. I pray the president have the political will, because it's not easy. The president, I pray that have the political will to execute his mandate by calling the shots.
Is there any hope or potential for you to support a local league, for example, a local team, or even support Ghana going forward if we are banned and we return from the ban?
I'll say there is hope because the president has really taken a stand. And once the president has taken this stand, I believe he should continue in the same terrain. He shouldn't lose focus. Now, there should be spectacles on those coming. Okay. There should be a vivid spectacle put on those coming. And when we have very good branding and very trustworthy people, Ghanaians are very good. When you travel outside the country, a place like Ethiopia, I went, the only thing they call is Abedipele Ghana Black Stars. They know the country for football and nothing else. You understand? So when we get very good guys to manage our football, Ghana would come back to where we belong in football.
Based on in branding, watch a nation like Brazil. Brazil no get anything, be sugar cane than they do. If be football, they sell Brazil. If mention football and then Brazil is there, this be Africa Brazil. Then see the things, the mess way they when football is like. The people we need to get people up like Anas is doing, and I really like him for what he's doing. We need to put the people by the law and then let them work.
So you just heard there from some football fans here at the conference center. I am Komladum reporting for Joy News. Thank you very much.
So that's Komla Adom, my colleague, who went to the Accra International Conference Center. It was day 2 of that documentary, which showed for everyone to see. They will continue with that conversation, but news just coming in says Dr. Obemfo has pleaded not guilty to charges of practicing medicine without lawful authority and operating an unlicensed health facility. We'll bring you more on this news that's just coming in, the latest on this situation.